Hey peeps, look, the Rose of Sharon have opened. See how pretty that bush is? I mean, they do plant a lot of babies, you have to remove them, but it's just gorgeous. They put out these beautiful pink, and there's a little bit of white flowers over there, and they create like this hedge, and you don't have to trim them. All you have to do is remove the baby ones. So if you're looking to plant something instead of a fence, you know, because I was going to do that on the other side of my house. This is what happens when the water gets dirty. See, I have to clean this out. Oh, there's some kind of winged creature in there. That's weird. I'm waiting for a DoorDash order, and then I'm going to go online and learn some astrology from Val Evans. She's very good. You all should get a solar return, because you know you're born in a certain month. Like I'm born in Cancer, right? Cancer, Leo cusp. Well, I'm between two signs. It makes it more complicated. Oh my God, look at my lavender. Oh, it's so beautiful. And that keeps mosquitoes away, so it's really good to have it by your house. Plants, no more, you know, gadgets or whatever, right? Crab cakes or crab, that's all I want. That's what I truly miss also about the Caribbean. I gotta find somebody who wants to travel down there with me. Maybe I could talk my friend Margaret into going with me. I don't know. Guy down there. Oh. The lilies are opening. Wait, guys, I gotta show you this. Hold on. Hold on. Wow. Remember we saw the package? Oh wait, somebody's on here. Who is that? Marianne. Hi, Mary. Oh, I should try to text her. Wait. Bubble. Hi, Marianne. But yeah, so what was I okay, so when you get your solar return, right? You get your solar return, and you say you were born in August, you're a Leo. But every year, you're not a Leo. And I never knew that as an astrologer. I never knew that. You know what I like down here? Look at this ground cover. See those little tiny, I'm going to pull that out, the big leaf one out. Pull that out, but I like the ground cover. That's very pretty. So you're not always a Leo. So your experiences that you have are going to be different. They're not going to be that of a Leo, because you know Leo's usually athletic and dramatic. They like to dance, they like entertainment. But that new year that's coming up with your solar return, you might find that you're a Capricorn, and that year that you're a Capricorn, you might want to go back to school. You want to might do something historical, because Capricorn's all about history. So it's really important to get a solar return. It gives you, and why is it important? It gives you guidance for the new year that's coming. See, the butterflies love this. Look at that big butterfly. Big butterfly. I mean, big bee. Yeah, where are the butterflies? There's little bees, there's big bees, but I haven't seen any marks today. They usually like to come out early in the morning, maybe because it's cooler, right? Maybe it's cooler out. Oh God, I wish I knew how to bring Marianne on camera. I don't know how to do that. So let's do some Reiki. Pray for all those people in China. They've had so many ongoing earthquakes. Nice breeze today. I really got to get my butt out here and do some work. I just, I don't know. I think Mars or Saturn. No, maybe it's Saturn opposed to Sun. And usually when that happens, like think of Saturn like a freight train, and the Sun says, "Oh, you got to slow down. I'm going to block you. The bridge is going to be out," or something like that. So, you know, and Saturn also could be, this is also interesting, we could be looking at the infrastructure and the government of the United States. So, you know, because the sun also shines light on, oh, there goes a monarch. God, we just missed it. It flew right by me. I don't know if you saw that. They're like airplanes that come in for a landing, right? All right, let me do some more Reiki here. So let's work on our heart chakra, because we're coming up to a new moon on the 14th. I forgot what sign it's going to be in. Well, let's see. A new moon would be opposite the full moon. But where was the full moon? I'm not even sure where the full moon was because we just finished a full moon. Now we're going into a new moon. And a new moon is good for planting or starting new adventures. And even though Mercury is retrograde, I think if you're prayerful and you're at a high enough evolved level, that you could do whatever you want during Mercury retrograde. The only thing that I would encourage is to clean your house and get rid of things you don't need. Actually, my daughter-in-law is coming this month, and she's going to help me go through Christmas ornaments. I have hundreds of Christmas ornaments, and when the heck is the last time I ever set up a tree? It's like, why am I holding on to all this stuff? I need to pass it down to the children, to people that I love, for however long they're in our life. Life is short, right? So yeah, Christmas ornaments are going to be gone through on the 18th, and I was really embarrassed, and I said to my daughter-in-law, I said to Anita, I said, I don't know, my closet, if you open the door, like everything's ready to fall out because I can't do as much as I used to before. I can't go up and down on a stool. She goes, that's okay, I'll help you clean it out. And she's a Capricorn, she's so hardworking. Oh, this little robin's on my windowsill over there. I gotta give them clean water. Let me Reiki you guys out again. So let's stay in our heart. Let's spend as much time as our family. There's something in your family, especially if you're older like me, almost pushing 80 here. Make sure that you step up in the family. Because sometimes we feel like we're castaways or something, or we're like, oh my God. When I walk again, the first thing I'm going to do is take a bird watching class. See the cardinal up there? That's a beautiful bird. So cute. It'd be nice to be able to fly, right? So I hope you caught a glimpse of that. I know that was a little schizoid, but things appear in the garden. Now there's a crow. See, because the signal goes out, they know I just fed them. They know I just fed them. All right, guys. So let's stay in our heart. Let's reconnect with our families because it is Mercury retrograde. And it's also Neptune retrograde. It's good to get the truth out. And if you disagree with something in your family, you need to stand up and talk about it. Because I've talked to a few women lately and they're not doing that. This is the time to stand up and tell the truth. In a nice way, I have Virgo rising, so I can be kind of direct sometimes, so I try to soften that. Because, it's a good idea to be peaceful when you communicate, right? Did you see the shot of this American flag down the street? Wait, let me go back. We're starting to cut the grass. It was peaceful for a while. Yeah, I like that. People have the American flag. Praise his country. And that was one of my psychic predictions that's coming true. I said after the FIFA games, a lot of these people from Britain, England, Scotland, Denmark, Germany, France, they're going to be moving to the United States. And my prediction, cha-ching, ka-ching, it came true. It came true. People fell in love with this country. So there's a lot of propaganda on all different levels, and I think we have to see through the propaganda, see through all that AI crap. I can't even watch anything I used to watch on YouTube anymore if they have one of these AI people. Let's put the real people on. Why are they not doing... Oh my God, that lily's just gorgeous. And it's on a stalk of 3 of them. So why is Mercury retrograde? Let's stay in our heart. Let's spend time with our families. Spend time with your friends. I'm reaching out to a lot more friends now. I didn't do that before. I think it's an effort that we need to reach out a little bit more. Because sometimes people get really caught up in their YouTube. I know I do. I'm on YouTube right now, right? I mean, I'm on Facebook right now. But then I have to download you guys and upload you to my YouTube channel. That's Unspoken Heart Stillness. Okay, here's a good one. Look at that baby. Flapping its little wings. You see that? Oh my God. Flapping its little wingy things. It loves the coneflowers. The purple and the white are the coneflowers. Those are wildflowers, guys. I didn't plant one of these except for the seeds. Except for the seeds. So you see why this is a pollinator garden. I'm feeding them. I mean, this is amazing. This is God's grace. I feel like every flower, that should be the title of this video. Look at this. Who said bees are dead? They're not dead in my garden. Every flower is a kiss. Okay, I should tell you this crazy story. Back in the 70s, right, everybody was trying everything, right? Yes, I did try acid a couple times, and I did not like it, and I never did it again. It was too much of like going to Disneyland. I didn't vibe with it. And I did try the mushroom thing that everybody's into right now, psilocybin. I tried that back in the 70s, and I didn't like that either. So, oh, look at this guy. He's out on his little roly. That's cute. So then I tried peyote. I tried what was it, mescaline? Yeah, way back in the 70s, right? And you know, I could see why the Hopis had it as a sacred plant, because that's why I'm not encouraging people to do these experimentations, because, you know, they have different effects on different people's nervous system and minds, right? But I was on a spiritual path, and I was trying to gain a more spiritual understanding of the universe, right? So I experimented. Everybody did back then. People are experimenting now, but I think that if you're going to do something in that experimental realm, I think you really need to have somebody with you. I don't think it's a good idea to just randomly experiment, you know, because you never know what emotions or what subconscious, especially now with Neptune being retrograde. People are really going into have you noticed if you had a lot of dreams? Have you noticed that? The dreams are tripped out. That's why I called my friend Rabitha today. I had a dream about her and her friend yesterday. Plus I wanted to check on her health because she was kind of sick. So it's a good time to check on your friends right now, see how they're doing. And you know what else is nice about having a wildflower garden? The smell. Like, I'm breathing in so much healthy oxygen. You know, my kids used to come over and criticize my garden, and now they have some gardens of their own. And you know what? They don't criticize it anymore. Because you know what? I'm out here not hardly doing anything. Why? Because all these wildflowers are doing it for me. They all grew. All I did was in the spring was planted the seeds. You know, and made sure you could put like netting over them or something over them to make sure they sprout. And I said, you know, I know where my perennials are, and I'm going to mix them in with the perennials. And that's all I did was like Tinkerbell. Like I spread the seeds. And then I threw a little bit of dirt on and watered them, and that was it. And that was it, guys. That was literally it. And look what I got. And look what the bees and the butterflies got. I took some of these over to my chiropractor yesterday, and I was thinking, with all these coneflowers, I wonder if I could hook up with what is that called, like a flower shop? And if somebody's having a party or a wedding, oh my God, I could maybe do a deal with them and sell them some of these, right? I don't know how much they would pay for each coneflower, right? I mean, it'd be a little less in my garden, but look, I got more. I have so many more. And it would bring so much joy into somebody's life. So I think that's the message today, is we need to bring joy into everybody's life, right? Heaven is on earth. Heaven is within, right? Heaven is within. It's not in some book. You know, I know there's the Bhagavad Gita, there's the Quran, there's the Bible, there's 22 missing books of the Bible. But where really is heaven? Heaven is inside. And Jesus said that. And that's all you really need to know. So if you're radiating that spirit of light and enlightenment, you have nothing to worry about. Just pray every day, do your little, you know, burn some incense, Santo Palo or sage. You know, enjoy your space. If you don't like your space, start getting it cleaned up, right? This is the best time now, before the 22nd of July, because of Mercury retrograde. Once you put your mind to something, bam, it's going to manifest. That's why I like paying attention to astrology. It's like a help. It's like a helping aid. You know, I really feel bad for this tree back here. That's my neighbor's tree. But he's Mr. Chemical. So he killed his tree. And every spring he has to replace parts of his grass because he uses too many chemicals. I mean, I could probably give him one of my Rose of Sharon. I have so many of them. I keep taking them out of the ground. I should ask him. I have to put it on, what is that, Google Translate in Korean, and ask him if he wants one of my plants. But they're so pretty, right? They're just so beautiful. So, listen, guys, let me do a little more Reiki. Just blow out whatever you don't need. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. I did splurge today. I ordered DoorDash. And I ordered it from La Boulangerie. So that's coming because I want to sit there and relax and eat and watch my, I wonder if this is my DoorDash driver. And see if I can just relax and eat. And sometimes these DoorDash drivers are smart. They come with another person. And I think nowadays, we need all the safety we can get. And I've never had one DoorDash driver. The only thing I don't like when they show up with too much cologne. That's the only thing I don't like. So let me just move on down here. Hold on for 1 second. We'll do a little bit more of a meditation. I bought that white flower from China. You put it on your knees. So look it up. Those are the baby bees. I mean, I don't know if they're the baby bees or another kind of bee. All right, let me just, hold on, guys. Oh, I put it on my knees today, yeah. So anyway, my massage therapist, she told me something. She goes, you know, there's this place called the Stretch Lab, because I'm sure I have adhesions from my bladder lift, right? So she told me about this place, so I looked it up online. There's one in Lincoln Square, which I wouldn't go to because there's no parking, all right? But there's also one in Wilmette, and all I have to do is like take Green Bay Road up there, right? So I'm thinking of going and making an appointment to this place called Stretch Lab. And what they do, and that's what I feel like I need to stretch my body out. I think a lot of us need to stretch our bodies out, you know? This is what I bought. I haven't put it together yet. I wonder if I could get Avon to put it together for me. I don't know. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Oh, let's do a meditation. Okay, I just need to set up this phone here. Hold on. You know, I bought this like little holder for the back of it. It screws into something, but I don't know what it screws into. Okay, let me move this over. Let me improvise here. All right. All right, so we are going to do a meditation until my DoorDash driver gets here. I'll probably be late for the... Well, she's always usually late. She's a Pisces. But for the astrology, right? But I'll see it, whatever part I get into. So look her up online, Val Evans, okay? Let's just do a cleanse with the violet light. Let's draw in the white light to energize all our chakras and clean out whatever we don't need. And like I said before, you might find your body kind of spinning around, relaxing. So just allow your body time to relax.